Hi there, my name is Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks, and tonight I am going to be talking about, I want to get this straight, people who think they are strong individuals are fools, and here's why. But before I get into that rather juicy topic, I'd like to turn the show over to Sweet Baby James, who's going to introduce our show.
Welcome everybody to Granny Rocks,
to get this
and it's going to be very interesting tonight. Granny's going to rock our world with her very uncommon sense and her wisdom and her wit. And this happens every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. I'm sorry, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. So stay tuned and let's hear what Granny has to say about this very controversial title.
Okay, yes, just the title. We're not going to talk about the topic, but I will talk about the title.
And the topic, too, is quite
right, so
controversial.
Okay, so here I just want to say this flat out. People who think they are strong individuals are fools, and that's because they are easily fooled.
Uh-huh.
Aha!
Would you explain that?
I'm going to try to do that. Looks like we are actually broadcasting. Let's see if we have any comments yet.
Blanca says hello. Hello, Blanca.
Hello, Blanca. So, a lot of us want to think that we are strong individuals. And others are afraid that they are not strong individuals. Well, I don't want to tell you you are strong. And I don't want to, I just want to debunk the whole concept of a strong individual. Now, I don't even know if I'm going to get to the topic of are we even individuals? It depends on how long I go on this thing, because that's a whole other topic. Do we even exist as individuals? I think it's kind of crazy. But anyway, so I'm going to say flat out, we aren't really individuals. We're all the product of something. And secondly, and that's of course the big punch of this show, is we aren't strong. Now, let me clarify. We can have strength.
Mm-hmm.
James?
Oh yes, and Blanca, by the way, gives applause already.
Ooh,
thank you, Blanca.
Thank you.
And Tracy says good evening, and she sends love and caring.
Good evening, Tracy. So, we can have strength. We can be stronger than others in some way. But no individual is in and of him or herself strong. I'm going to say this, and it is something that we hear all the time. Oh, so-and-so is a strong individual, or I'm a strong individual, or, okay. Let's say, hypothetically, you're stronger physically than I am. Well, that's pretty easy. Just about everybody in the world is stronger than I am physically. Not everybody, but just about. All right. You can lift more weight. Let's say you can run, or you can walk further, or you can stay awake all day, and so on. But even then, in your constitution, there are weaknesses. You've got, let's say, a bad back, especially as you age. But you'll see that even young people have these weaknesses.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Karen says, great to see you again. Much love. And she sends a couple of hearts of love.
Oh, great. We're so happy to see you, Karen, live. We love that. We love that. So now let's say you have a bad back. Or let's say you have a trick knee. What happens to the strong individual? You can be the best batter in the world, or at least in Little League, right? But if you can't see the ball coming at you because of your eyesight, you won't get that home run. See, we all have strengths intermingled with our weaknesses. So to say I'm a strong individual is like, come on. All right, and then it's on so many other levels. Supposing you are stronger than I am physically, but maybe I'm stronger than you are mentally, or I'm stronger than you are emotionally. But by the way, that doesn't make me a strong individual either. Under certain circumstances, I'm going to break down. If enough people are yelling at me at once, for instance, or enough people are undermining me, I could break down, right? But so what happened to the strong individual? No, I'm only a strong individual when I'm supported. Oh, yeah, when I have lots of support, I feel very strong. But when I don't, I feel kind of weak. So think about this. If I have a strong message, but there's a crowd of people who are shouting over me, you couldn't hear a word I said, could you?
No.
Strong, schmong. If, I get completely cut out of Facebook and everything else, I don't have the resources to create my own thing, my own media empire, right? So, it's silly. So I may be mentally and emotionally strong in some ways to a degree. But now, why is this important? I'm going to tell you in a minute, but I want to keep going on this.
May we say that Elizabeth has said hi and she sends love.
Oh, wonderful.
And
Hello, Elizabeth.
Richard says, good evening, B&J, and sends a nice big smile.
Good evening, Richard. Oh, I'm glad you're here, because some of the people who are listening have this idea about themselves as not being strong and that someone else is. But I'm debunking the whole thing, I hope. So, okay, let's summarize this. We are not strong as individuals. We have strengths, but strengths don't make us strong. Everyone can break and will. If you are tortured enough, you may not give the information, but your body can be broken. And or you might die. Or you might have nightmares for the rest of your life. Or you could be emotionally scarred by that, right? So it's obvious that no one is strong. But groups can be strong. Movements, collectives. A group pushing against a wall will have more impact than one strong man or woman pushing against it.
And this whole concept of strong individual, when I look back on my own past relationships, particularly committed relationships, I consider myself a strong individual. The other person leaned on me, and we all collapsed together.
Well said.
Well, thank you.
Well said, Sir James. So, why do we still cultivate the myth of the strong individual? I mean, haven't you heard that all your life? I mean, haven't
of course, all my life.
All your life. Okay.
You
So
made a real virtue of trying to aspire to be that.
That's right, and that's exactly the point. Now, when I said in the beginning, as people who think they are strong individuals are fools, and here's why: because they are easily fooled. I'm going to show you how people who think they're strong individuals can be easily fooled. People thinking that they're strong individuals can make them overwork.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm strong. I'm a strong individual. I can do that. I can lift that. I can work 10 hours a day or 15 hours a day or 7 days a week or whatever. I can do that. I can do that. Somebody is making money off you, dude. You're a fool. You're not taking the time to rest, to take care of your body or your emotions, or you're in the boardroom and you're, working 14 hours a day trying to make money for somebody, and you think you're strong and you're going to go out there and you're going to make it happen, and you're getting exploited. You're a fool. So kids will knock themselves out to prove that they're strong. They'll pick fights, especially if they're feeling weak. The weaker you feel, the stronger you're trying to prove that you are, right? So a kid will try to prove something about their family or about their school, like, oh, saga waga hi, uchki boochki, whatever. And let's all go out, fight, 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 go, go, go. You take a person whose body is broken by competing in sports when they're in high school. They're being exploited, and they're trying to prove that they're strong individuals, and they're being told that they're tough, really tough. See?
Meanwhile, they're getting concussions and having brain damage.
Exactly. Adults knock themselves out and produce more for the company. I mentioned that already. Soldiers try to prove they're strong, and they go out and they die for the win. Many times not even asking what the heck they're fighting for. I remember that song during the Vietnam War.
1, 2, 3. What are we
You
fighting for?
I don't know and I don't give a damn.
About that Vietnam.
Next stop is Vietnam.
Uh-huh.
So there it is, you know. So you're pumped up. We're the Marines. We're number one. We're strong. So go out there and die, even though you don't know why. And it's maybe for some really venal, corrupt government that's doing the wrong thing. Right? See? So you see what I mean when I say people who think they're strong are fools because they're easily fooled. Now, let's take another example of being easily fooled. It makes people take on more stress than they can handle, so that I don't have to take on some of it. Oh, honey, you are so strong. Oh, you can.
Oh, I'll take care of it, honey.
That's right. That's right. You can get up. You can do it for me and the little ones because you're so strong.
I feel like a knight in shining armor,
That's right.
battling for my lady.
Exactly. So now you're taking on more work, more stress, more physical stress, more emotional stress, so that I don't have to do any of it. Fool. Okay. Thinking you're a strong individual makes people separate from others because, see, I'm strong and you're weak.
Or I've got to win, or I've got to dominate.
Right,
I've got to be the stronger one.
That's true. But I'm just talking about this one aspect of it right now, which is I feel separate from you because I feel strong and you are weak. So now, are we united?
No.
No. That is called divide and conquer, right? You're a fool. You're letting them divide and conquer. Like, oh, yeah, we're white, they're black. You know, white people have more, are stronger, have the government behind them, whatever.
More privilege.
More privilege. The Hispanics, okay. So we're separate from others, and that leads to divide and conquer, and it really does.
And that means we're separate from support, separate from strength.
That's right.
The
And we're
strength
not
we could
even
otherwise have.
confronting that all of us are struggling. All of us are struggling in an economic system that is unfair, that is skewed, that is inhumane to everybody. See? Divide and conquer.
And we're all told, oh, be a rugged individual and pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Oh, yeah. Right. Like the people who were born with the silver spoon in their mouth really did. They pulled themselves up by their silver spoon. So, and another, so full, right. It makes people vulnerable to flattery, so I can get what I want from you. I was just talking about that. I'm biting my eyelashes, and I don't have to do something that I want you to do. But it goes further than that. There are so many other ways in which I can get what I want from you by flattering you. It's like, oh, Mr. President, you are so smart. You are so, and would you please pass this bill? And would you please give a break to this one or that one? Because,
or to our lobby. Because
yes, to our lobby.
We'll shower you with favors.
Because you're so wonderful. And, you know, so it's like, okay, you're vulnerable to flattery. Now, does any of this apply to you? I mean, have you ever seen yourself in this light?
Oh, yeah. And when I'm in that way, I'm in my ego.
You are.
And when I'm in my ego, I'm separate and I'm weakened.
And you're a fool.
That too.
Because you're not getting what you want. You're really being pulled like a puppet. Now, talking about ego, and this, of course, is the big topic. Believing that there are strong individuals, that they even exist, reinforces the egoic view of the world. It's about ego. It's about I'm separate. I'm an individual. I need to fight for myself and for mine, and the hell with you. So, which is like the whole coronavirus thing has just blown up any kind of illusion that we're separate individuals anyway. Oh yes, I'm macho. I don't need to wear a mask or do social distancing because I'm strong. And then 10 minutes later, I'm in the hospital. It doesn't matter how strong you are, the coronavirus is going to get you. So what is in the collective, dude, is going to impact you. And all the strength in the world ain't going to stop you from having COVID-19 and maybe ruining your health forever. So you want to walk around acting like a macho asshole, you're a fool. You're a fool and you're being manipulated. Now, the egoic view of the world, that we are individuals who are separate from one another, is the foundation of the social, political, and economic system that we inherited. And if we get pumped up, and we're to say, oh yeah, you can really make it in this world. See, I made it. I'm a brain surgeon, and you can too. Like, really, especially when you've been drinking water with lead in it, you're really going to be a brain surgeon, right? So that foundation of our society, that we are individuals and that we should fight for ourselves, is what keeps us as slaves to an economic system that doesn't give a damn. Why don't we have health care for everyone? Why not? We need it in the coronavirus. We need it every day. Everybody feels so vulnerable. We all have physical health issues. We are not going to be able to survive our old age. We're already old. We're in our mid-70s, creeping up to late 70s, right?
By the way, a fellow named Chris says, you guys rock.
Whoa!
Yay, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. We really appreciate that.
We rock with you.
That's right. That's right. So when we come together and recognize that we've all been fools, that we're all trying to prove something about ourselves, and that we turn against a system that is turned against us, then we are showing our strength. And I want to say something about strength right now. I am not saying that strengths are not valuable. For example, physical strength is a tremendous blessing, especially to those of us who lack it. Somebody who's going out there and on the farm and, tending crops, and someone who's in the steel mill, and someone who's doing heavy lifting, and the movers who bring our packages and all of that. Those strengths are so valuable. But that doesn't make you a strong individual. That means that you have strength that you can bring to bear. So when the UPS driver comes to the door and he's picking up a package of like 40 pounds or 50 pounds, I am so happy that he has physical strength. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't make him a strong individual. It makes him stronger in that way, and he can bring the blessing of that strength to me. And someone else's inner strength, that is also a value. Someone you feel like you can count on, you can go to them, that they are not going to cave. Even though they're under pressure, they're not going to cave. But remember, that UPS driver and that person who has inner strength, who might be me,
that is you,
still needs support. I don't want the UPS driver to be driving at 3 in the morning or picking up weights that are too heavy for him because he's trying to pretend that he's a strong individual.
Right.
I don't want that. And I can't maintain my inner strength without you. The truth is, guys, we aren't even individuals. Not one of us diapered ourselves. Not one of us fed ourselves as infants. Not one of us brought ourselves up. Not one of us created a language. Not one of us taught ourselves how to survive in this world. We were all taught. We are all the product of the collective. Everything that I'm wearing was made by someone else. The computer that I'm talking to you on, guys, was designed by someone else, was made by somebody else, was invented by somebody else. This computer makes me strong. This is not my individual strength. When I look at the world as it is today, I am heartsick a lot of the time. And I want to speak. And I want to say what is true. I don't want to shame people, but I want to help people to become more aware. I want us to all understand that this whole concept of the strong individual is made up and makes us foolish. We need to bring together our strengths like the facets in a diamond. Right? Everything needs to, you think about, let's say, you think you're a strong individual, something can push you over. I don't care how strong you are.
Could be a tidal wave.
Something in the world can push you over. But when you are united with others, it takes much more to push you over. In fact, you may be able to stand when we have our arms linked. Don't let this myth of the individual and the strong individual alienate you from who you really are, which is a part of the oneness. And I need your strength to be able to speak. If you like this program, if you love this program, if you share this program, you make me strong. And you make sweet baby James strong.
There's a collective strength.
Because there is a collective strength. You put it out there. You may say, oh, I don't think anybody's going to want to hear this. I don't think my friends are going to like this. You bring your inner strength together with our inner strength. And that's how movements are born. I am not giving up. Even though I'm 75 years old, I'm out here, I'm talking. I may not be walking, but I am talking. And I need you and your support in order for me to be strong, because I am, yes, I have strength, but I am not a strong individual. I'm only strong with you. So please leave your comments, and please like or love this show, and please share it with everyone you know, whether you think they would like it or not, and bring your inner strength together with our inner strength, and let's try to co-create a movement that's going to turn this world right side up.
Right side up sounds like the right thing.
And I want to remind you that tomorrow night is Dreams of Peace, where I play the piano. 7 p.m. Pacific time, I play the piano. I improvise whatever comes to me, and we have a wonderful audience for that. And next Wednesday and every Wednesday, God willing, and the creek don't rise, we come back at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time with Granny Rocks.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us. Mwah. We love you. Mwah, mwah,
Yeah,
mwah,
thanks for
mwah,
coming.
mwah.
Come again.
Come again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Uh-oh, James, we stopped streaming.
Did we?
We did.
The cord was on, but the red means it stopped.
Oh my God, it
I wonder
stopped.
when it stopped. Does it
I
show
have
how long
no-
it streamed?
It went 23 minutes and 42 seconds.
Oh, was that right? Well,
That's right.
And it's now 6:54. So
It
we
got
went
cut off.
24. We went 24 minutes total. It was only the last few
Ah.
seconds. Just the last few